about added sugars. So there was again a big hoo-ha on the internet about what are these companies doing? What is the government doing? Why does infant formula have sugar in it? Is this going to cause obesity? Is it going to cause health risks to my child? So can you tell us more about this controversy, that why is it that formula has added sugar in it?
So, what we want to understand is that in the first year of life, we've all seen it with our kids. They are growing rapidly. So, in order to fuel that growth, there are certain macronutrients that your baby needs in terms of carbs, protein, and fat. So, when we talk about carbs, one of the main carb sources is sugar because it breaks down into glucose and it gives the body the energy it needs. Now, when it comes to babies, I want everyone to understand that sure, we know that oats are good or that whole wheat has protein and there's all these ingredients. But a baby cannot digest these things. So when you see ingredients in formula, they are not putting it in there for fun or to, for example, save money. Okay, maybe when we do organic, non-organic, which we'll talk about later, we can have a chat. But the reason there are certain ingredients in formula is because studies have been done that it is safe for them to digest. So, of course, as parents, when we see the word sugar, we all panic, which is rightly said. But I want parents to understand that sugar is needed so that when babies take it, it breaks down into glucose easily for them so that it can fuel their growth. So sugar is important in formula. But what type of sugar? So the number one source of carbs in formula is lactose. So lactose is what is giving them that energy. And studies have been done. It has been tested. It is safe and easy for majority of babies to digest. Now, when you talk about corn syrup, now we get scared again because we have read how high fructose corn syrup causes cancer and it's in a lot of ice cream and a lot of different ingredients, which we are avoiding fair. But when you look at the corn syrup in formula, it's dehydrated corn syrup. It is a different version. It has been altered so that it is safe and not harmful for the baby to digest. And the good thing is that most regular formulas out there do not have corn syrup. It is more when your baby has a digestive issue and cannot handle the lactose, then you might find corn syrup as an alternative carb because your baby cannot digest it. So most formulas will have lactose as the primary source of carb. Mostly when you're looking at those gentle formulas, those might have a bit of corn syrup. One thing I want all parents to understand is that if your baby is thriving and happy and growing at the right pace on a formula, that is the right formula for them.
Yeah. I think the sugar part of it, like you said, when parents read the word sugar, that is exactly because sugar has gained a very bad rap. And I do understand because when we're talking about things like white sugar or brown sugar, that is not good for a child's gut and we shouldn't be offering that. But what people don't understand is that carbohydrate, the word carbohydrate, when you put it into layman terms, that's also called sugar. I have done a degree in biological sciences. I taught biology for several years. And this is something that we used to teach, that when you look at glucose, sucrose, fructose, lactose, these are all different names for sugars. So when we say it's added sugar, that doesn't mean that somebody is going and mixing white sugar in your child's formula. They're adding the right sugars, which is the lactose for most infant formulas. And what you pointed out about the corn syrup solids, I did a bit of research and I saw that if a formula is milk based, like cow milk based, which is most of them, then lactose is the sugar that is found in them. But let's say if your child is lactose intolerant and they need to have, let's say, a soy-based formula or a pea protein-based formula, then in that case, you need to add in the sugar and you can't just go and add lactose because the child is lactose intolerant. Then what do you add? Then that's when the corn syrup, solids, maltodextrin, and all of these other sugars come in. So it's really important to understand that let's not generalize sugar to just be a bad thing. Babies need sugar for survival and growth. So let's not be like fear-mongered by the term sugar.